The lower bracket continues and potentially ends here. OpTic Gaming and compLexity facing off for the NA Hope. One will go through and one will not. Lacoste, who's your money on? Who do you think?
I'd say compLexity. They didn't look good in game number 2. Bad decision making. Limp was shut down in the mid lane. But I think this game is going to be different. One thing I don't like is teams just jumping on what other teams are picking. Like suddenly Disruptor is a first pick hero. He's been the same hero for a long period of time, and like nothing changed. I understand that some of the combos with him are good. I mean, since Naga is banned out, if you pick these two together, then it's super strong and worth of first picking. But other than that, it's not that good of a pick.
Yeah, he's
unchanged.
Unchanged, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking at the changelog now. Hasn't been changed for eons. He's had a few little talent changes, but really not touched at all. compLexity with their Razor again. Mu had a pretty damn good game in game number 1. Interesting change up in the bans, though, it feels like here. As previously, you know, a lot of focus on kind of Tiny, Bounty Hunter, the Beastmaster. They're still in there, of course, but things like the IO, the Enchantress let through. And this time, heroes like Sand King and Terrorblade removed out of the pool here by OpTic and compLexity. So a little bit of an interesting shift there. Enchantress does make her way through to the second phase ban, while Cole take out the Visage. And that's one of 33 specials.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't know if Zai plays it, but 33 love to play it on an off lane.
Yeah, him and Ice. Yeah, both very different styles and builds, though, from what I saw.
Yeah, one of the reasons why Ench is banned out, because you have Rubik and Elder Titan. These two don't provide that much damage burst against Ench, and she can easily disrupt and actually win those lanes, especially if someone rotates to the off lane and help her.
5 seconds remaining.
Absolutely. OpTic dipping into reserve time now. And there is that gyrocopter out there, and we've seen Pycat with mixed results, doing reasonably with it, but this time around they bring the Pugna banned out.
Green Wall, man. 3 green heroes.
Was that banned out in both of the previous games? I know it was the...
No, it was not. I don't think it was. Even in the first series of the day, I suggested that they're going to go for Pugna, but they went for a Dragon Knight. They love to play Pugna. I've seen a couple of recent games from OpTic Gaming. Every time I was watching a game, they had a Pugna. Like they have these cheesy strats that they want to go for, semi-cookie cutter, whatever you want to call them, with a lot of push potential. So they might, I don't know if they want to go for Chen. Chen is in the pool, Ench is banned, but then they're gonna have to play Elder Titan as 3.
Yeah.
Which is doable.
It was last banned in the previous game, but ignored in the first one, it looks like. I thought I was going crazy there for a second. But dodging that final ban, picking it up in the second phase, OpTic ensure that they have the Pugna. And this can go into a number of hands, right? We've seen Pycat and CCNC both play it. Could even go into the offlane for Zai to pick that up. 3 of their core players very strong on the hero indeed.
Yeah, I'm glad the Pugna is being picked. They didn't change the hero that much. At one point, it felt like he was OP, but then it's kind of forgotten.
And Cole back in with the Brew. And they've shown the potential for the 4-roll Brew on Z-Freak. Definitely an option out there if they want to run it that way. But this hero is so open for compLexity. Chessie plays it, Mu plays it, Z-Freak plays it. Across pretty much every lane.
5 seconds.
I love how we have a transition in Dota when one hero was played at one role only. Let's say Brewmaster was only mid at one point of the time, and then we saw safe lane Brew with mana boots into Blink Dagger, then on off lane now we see him as 4. Like same went for Puck, for Pugna, for a lot of heroes. Sanking,
Clockwork,
yeah.
Slardar, like yeah. All these heroes shift from one spot to the other. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think honestly, Dota, like if you want to like grind it down to the nitty gritty, it comes down to who can be the greediest with the resources you have, right? How greedy can you be? Like, can we run this potential 1-role hero in a 4-role or a 5-role, utilize their skill set without much money?
We saw a position 5 Raid King today from Secret, so you can see anything.
Absolutely anything is viable. And OpTic, with 19 seconds left in this reserve time now for their 4th pick, really dipping in, thinking about what they want. Could be good to have some kind of silence and Orchid carrier potentially up against the Brew, but then you may be spending a little bit too much of your resources there to deal with that. So Juggernaut will be the pick for Pycat, it looks like. Telekinesis back into spin, pretty damn nice. Along with that Elder Titan Stomp, but also gives you that healing ward to really shove in towers, keep the creep waves alive so Pugna can keep blasting away at the buildings.
Yeah, it also gives you a combo to fuck things up, the Creepify into Jug ulti.
5 seconds.
You always find the best in combos, Lacoste.
What do they need? They need something that goes through a BKB if they want to go for Tusk. Tusk is left every time in the pool. In these NA games, it works well against Juggernaut. Can save people who are stunned with Elder Titan for a long time. Has that thing that pierces and stops Juggernaut from spinning and TPing out.
Absolutely. Well, compLexity. Reserve time for them.
If they don't pick Tusk right now, I'm gonna get mad at Kyle.
Well, prepare to get mad. Kyle's gonna play Disruptor. Absolutely.
Well, he's the one who's in charge.
This really is honestly insane. This is one of the first times I've seen both teams, like around the 3rd and 4th pick, go all the way down to the wire with their reserve time. 3 seconds and 13 seconds as Nature's Prophet comes out from compLexity. A Moo hero there, likely gonna shift this Brewmaster into the hands of either Chessie or Z-Freak.
It could be a position for Nature's Prophet. Like, compLexity loves to do this stuff, but from what they've been practicing and the things they start to play, it's a classic compLexity. They have a couple of strats, then they keep running it, and it's an elimination game, and I think it's going to be a position 4 Brew, same as they did in game number 1.
Viper ban. Get rid of that nastiness. What do you think you remove here? What does OpTic need? The Pugna's still open, could be mid, could be in that offlane position, could run like aggro Pugna, Elder Titan with the Spirit into Blast, doing a ton of damage. Is it then a CC and a C hero left remaining?
They have... maybe they could run Enigma again, if they want to. Pugna mid, Jug in the safe lane, nothing that pierces Enigma BKB. Even though he needs to build a BKB first.
He sure does. compLexity. What are we looking at now?
10 seconds.
Got a good amount of chase, physical damage, raise the Disruptor. That teamfight combination of Brewmaster split. I don't have many hard disables though, again, on this compLexity lineup to try and catch people, or like you're saying, BKB piercing disables, while Sniper was not going to be even close to the tip of my tongue or the front of my mind. That's going to do decently here to keep that range away from Rubik ET initiations, and feels pretty good against the Pugna when he's blasting towers. You're able to kind of chip away at him nicely.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they have no gap closer on side of OpTic, so they could use an offlaner if they want to pick an offlaner to actually get close to a Sniper, Sanking still in the pool. But it's going to be an offlane Pugna. Queen of Pain is also a gap closer. Not the best one. You want to have a hero that actually goes in Sniper. If you just use Blink, Shadow Strike, I don't think Sniper is afraid, especially in the later stages of the game.
If he goes for like a Hurricane Pike as well, right?
Yeah.
Gets himself out of danger. But it's like it's an Orchid carrier as well against this
it is
Brew.
actually Z-Frick position 4 Nature's Prophet.
With the mushroom hat.
Yeah.
He's ready to go. It's been a while since I've seen this. You know, you think back through the history of time. We had FY played a little bit back in VG.
Lil played it a
little bit. You know, it really is these kind of fancy 4-role players, right? That kind of bring it out and say, this is what we can do.
I expect, like, let's say, Meteor Hammer first item build, and he's just gonna rat all day long.
Max out Sprout. Sprout into Meteor Hammer. Level 4 Sprout at level 7, yeah?
He's not gonna have it by then, but still.
Come on! Believe in Z-Freak. But I honestly, this series has been a struggle for me in gauging who has the better lineup. You know, game 1, okay, I thought compLexity were looking stronger. Game 2, I had no idea. This game, it really is just all cards on the table. Who the hell knows? Clown shoes, Fiesta kind of game with all of these picks. And you suck, I don't care.
I don't know. These lineups are so hard to predict what they're gonna pick. Both of the teams have their own style and are pretty stubborn about their picks.
Prepare
Good
for
luck,
battle.
have fun.
So
May the best Swedes win.
Look at the build on Disruptor. Double Mango, 2 Tangos. The supports feel so good at the moment.
Yeah, feels good. So much regen now. 4 HP a second. So what do we have? Chessie Razor, Kyle Disruptor heading up to top. Z-Freak in this middle lane has taken Treants level 1. Brown Boots ready to go. Will be able to do a good job moving around the map. As Limp Sniper. Standard build for him. Moo without any mangoes. Kind of unusual, I feel, for an offlaner, but we'll see things kick into action. As I can mute you. Just like that. Take your time, don't
30
worry. I can
seconds
keep
to
chatting
battle.
forever. Lacoste, a little bit peckish. Gets himself some wonderful food delivered to him. So OpTic setting up so far. CCNC mid, Quab of course. PPD and 3-3 scouting out top lane. Looks like this Elder Titan setting up for some kind of aggro lane here as the Juggernaut Pycat will shift up there and Zai will move down towards the bottom lane. Looking for that matchup against Moo, it appears.
The battle
Yeah, they have a really strong tri lane on the top if they want to play it with PPD. Oh, it's going to be Jug mid, Pugna on the bottom.
Jug's just blocking, right?
Oh, all right, so Jug is going to go top. What?
Yeah, they run the aggro try.
There's still a rune not being picked up.
That's for Juggernaut. He's coming.
It doesn't matter who picks it up right now, since everyone gets the gold.
Nom, nom. Yeah, but he gets the name, right? On the left-hand side, OpTic
wow.
picks it up.
Clap.
Pycat gets it. It's in the stats. It's on that Dota now. 3-3 drags the wave across, and here we go again. Chessie under the tower. Gets the pre-hit in. And hopes for the low rolls. There we go. CS under tower. Claimed just like that. Perfect stuff. And the wave meets a little bit further down here. So aggro try against defensive duo lane means the bottom lane is Nature's Prophet. With Brewmaster against the Pugna. Zai should have an okay time here, it feels like, for the most part, until they can kind of drag the wave back and utilize the Treants a little more.
Well, Pugna is really speedy with the wind lane 355.
God, he got close. The creeps came in and gave him a slap, and he nearly fell flat on his face.
Yeah, it feels so sad when you need to use Healing Salve with Juggernaut on your position 5 hero, right?
Yeah, not the best feeling. So Z-Freak actually just farming jungle here for the meantime. As Moo gets this 1v1 against Zai. They do drag the wave back, so the potential of a backstab is there. But I want to look towards middle lane. Quap at 4-4, Sniper 5-1, and here is the gap close jump in with a Shadow Strike up to level 2, but the headshot's back with the TP now in. Z-Freak ready to battle, but he's got no trees to turn into little buddies there. The Queen of Pain, you're right, with the Fairy Fire still ready to go. Will be able to withstand the damage, and Limp has to back away. Shadow Strike wears off, so salve for salve, but Quap blinks in. Aggressive play. Limp has a Fairy Fire himself, pops it now, but CCNC the damage. Oh, who's going to come out on top? It will be the Quap. Z-Freak trades back, though, for the 1-for-1.
Z-Freak could have denied Sniper and get a first blood. That would have been so much value. Because Queen of Pain wouldn't get the XP and no gold.
A very tight window, very close call. Z-Freak, unfortunately, doesn't come out with the suave plays, but still Limp and CCNC will go toe-to-toe in that mid lane. But also, compLexity, you know, with this 2-1-2 setup, or I guess the 2-2-1 now, as Z-Freak is in that mid spot. They're getting a decent amount of experience from these lanes, which maybe this aggressive tri lane from OpTic isn't quite keeping up to. But of course, Zai, level 3.5, doing a very good job bottom lane, running away from Moo. boots up.
Zai already spent all of his mana.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh dear. Whereabouts was that?
Zefric with the deep ward. Zai was using the courier. There's an invis on the bottom lane.
Chessie. Static link ends relatively early. Still level 2 up on him. Finally cracks that level 3. Holds the point for now. And with the way things are going, Moo's going to have a fast level 6 here, and Pugna doesn't necessarily feel like one of those heroes. He doesn't have that big ulti to go and expend a level 6, but we'll talk about this in a second, because Limp mid lane, again with a Blink Shadow Strike. CCNC really stepping it up here to deal with the sniper. And also has a salve to burn as well, so one step ahead with the regen war here. Limp gonna have to slowly bring one out on that courier.
Is he gonna go back? Nope. Limp has that healing salve coming out, double null talisman. How's top lane going? Razor 13 CS against 20 on a Jug.
Pretty good for a 2v3, it feels like.
Yeah, 33 just stacking those creep camps so he can get more damage out of the Astral.
Zai with a decrypt TP back to Shrine. Finds a bounty rune for himself, lovely stuff. CCNC's done a great job mid lane against this sniper. 17-10 now as Limp starts to have a few difficulties against this Blink in level 2 in the Shadow Strike. Double damage rune spawns up at top, but really only the Quap can go for that. Sniper not really known for his river fighting abilities. He'll just have to stay in lane for now, but very, very quiet game from these two sides early on. Not action-packed at all. 4.5, 5 minutes in, 1-1. Looking like they want to try and make a play on Kyle, though. Stomp will connect, and they've got the lift from PPD to continue this one. Pycat spin at the ready, and Kyle, good kinetic field, will mean that only the Juggernaut can chase as the static link drains away 3-3's damage. And should secure them a kill here with the Sprout and the Treants. Looking to give vision. Stomp comes out, but he's got no TP.
He's just buying time.
Tree cut as well. 3-3. Walks back into Zefric here, and that should be his end.
Chessie has a lot of, well, not a lot, but he's getting a lot from that top lane, considering that they're putting pressure with 3 heroes.
But look at Zai now with his arcane boots. Yeah, but back to the Pugna, not anywhere near the kind of level of the Brewmaster with, level 6, you go and split, you find some kills, but moves like this, where Zai is able to do a ton of damage with just 3 in decrep and 2 in decrep and 3 in the blast, takes Kyle down to half HP with another couple of punches. And if he makes that rotation mid, potentially a kill onto Limp if he sticks around for too long, a Blink Scream. Sniper falls flat very quickly. Leaving that lane, though, means that Moo will get close to that level 6, while Zai, wasting a little bit of time, walks into Kyle again, decrep, into blast, takes him down to 160.
Gets the double rune. There's a haste rune as well. They can use that to actually kill the sniper. No escape at all, no TP. Queen of Pain is level 6.
The seeds of fortune.
Now they're trying to give this
7,
to the Quap.
actually.
Yeah, and bottles up for CCNC. I'll grab the haste, and the movement here from Zefric and Kyle, Prophet and Disruptor. Zai with the backstab moving all the way in, looping behind Limp. He doesn't expect this maneuver. Zai, and maybe doesn't expect the supports coming in from this side as well. In they go. Shadow Strike first, decrep second, blast third with a Sonic Wave to finish. Kyle and Zefric turn to kill Zai, but with limited disables, they rely on this glimpse to trap Zai in under the tower. But CCNC still battling away, looking for an additional kill. Unable to find it just yet, but the haste rune may enable it. Shadow Strike ready. Trying to toy with the two brothers here as Chessie dies top lane, but continue watching that action mid.
Yeah, Panda using a clap on fortified creeps, but the lane's gonna push anyway. They have a siege creep. They might actually kill the tower on the bottom lane. Like, the rotation that they made with Pugna leaving the lane could actually cost them the full tower, which is not that good. They got, yeah, Furion is TPing, this tower is going down definitely. Sniper could use maybe a couple of stacks to get back into the game. He's only level 5 against almost level 8 Queen of Pain. Jug enjoying his time on the top lane. Level 4 only because he was tri-laning, not the best levels on him. That's a lot of damage. Never mind. 33. still doing his thing. Needs to get that Tranquil Boots up, so...
Oh, Zai bottom lane. They find him with a split. Z-Freak there with a Sprout to start things off, it looks like.
They can continue to push. They have a siege creep.
Treants as well.
Well, this is a really good level on Z-Freak. That's why I'm saying Z-Freak is the best player on call. Level 6 already.
Now, Nature's Wrath bouncing around top lane. The lift back into the creeps. Chessie being eyed up by Pycat, but the glimpse on CCNC sends him packing. Kyle looking for the shrine to try and keep him alive. He's not going to get there in time as he does barely. Oh, he's looking to survive, but the Fade Bolt from Peter Pan down will secure it. Chessie does get out of dodge.
Nature's Prophet was hesitating with a TP. Maybe if he TP'd, they could have gotten some damage on Elder Titan and just scared them away.
What's Quap got coming out on the courier? Full treads done. Looks like 3-3 got himself the Tranquil Boots to go as well. TPing down towards bottom lane as they set up to defend Zai. This really has been a weird and wonderful game. 5-4, 9 minutes in, very even between the two squads. compLexity ever so slightly ahead in the net worth by, a shave under 1,000. His experience is pretty much bang on 0. The way this game's progressing though, with a catch onto Moo here, a good pick-off if they can secure it. The Sprout blocks them out, but the drag back lets them in again as Moo finally be brought down.
A lot of damage. It was full duration
drain.
life drain. What if you're playing, let's say, Undying, and he uses life drain? Since he's not alive, yeah.
I don't know. Not sure about that one. Need to ask the
Slacks.
Dota gods. Where's Slacks? Yeah, with the Lorgasms. Why are you allowed to drain life from that which has none? Question to you, mister. Oh, hello. Kyle. Glimpse back in TP quickly. CCNC. Cannot. Will not find that kill. But with Juggernaut up at the top, 62 and 9. Now given a bit of free time as well for this experience to start kicking in. Level 7.5, looking pretty good. Quap just behind. But I want to take a look at the net worth now, as there is a triple stack of red heroes just behind, not too far. But Limp definitely needs to keep himself alive in these situations. The trouble is the lift into Stomp. He's immediately bursted. Moo trying to come in with a split play, but even with it off cooldown, he's unable to catch anyone as PPD and 3-3 get themselves away from the tier 1 mid. Such quick play there by OpTic and this sniper. It feels like compLexity in this game, and definitely the previous one, game 2 of this series, giving away Limp a lot, kind of casually in these lanes, allowing him to get ganked up.
Well, he's my favorite hero to kill. Him and Shadowfin, no escape mechanism. It feels like he slowest pack. I mean, slowest deer in the pack, as Jack loves to call it. Yeah, there's a drum pickup on Juggernaut, so he wants to be able to actually fight early on because he was on an off lane, doesn't have that much levels, and it will increase his farm, and that's the item you can build on any hero anytime. Moo, for some reason, doesn't love to go Blink Dagger early on. Whatever hero he plays, Sanking, Urn into drums, then into Blink Dagger. Now he's going for Helm of the Dominator.
That assassinate, Zai's quick on his feet, the smoke he blocks and dodges as well. Really well played there. 3-3, setting up nicely for the save of Zai. compLexity committing a number of heroes down towards bottom lane as well. But yeah, a good spot with Moo. He loves these kind of stat build-up items, right? On these offlane heroes, give him a little more momentum in that early game.
But the problem is, like, he's having a good time in his lane, and he should be the one making space for Sniper, who's already playing from behind.
Play Moo as if he's a carry. I find that pick on 3-3 down bottom. OpTic though. Shift up towards top lane. CCNC is here. Walk straight into Chessie. Should be able to walk away from the Link and then blink back into the Razor if he wants to, but they're focusing hard on the tier 1 as Chessie turns back to battle Peter Pan down. Nice little steal again on that plasma field. Up to level 4. Back to the original build here for the Razor, because we've seen quite a number of players kind of go 0-2-4, maxing out on stable current has been a big one, but there's a glimpse onto Zai in the field, trapped, and with a decrep killed, thanks to the plasma and the thunder.
That's more than 500 damage with plasma on a decrepified unit. Z-Freak, 2,000 gold almost in his pockets. Where's that Meteor Hammer?
Where is it? Medallion into Meteor, let's go. CCNC, yes! Chase! Go Wildwing! Get in there! He does turn and fight up against this big pink beast. The Birdie Feathers, now the blink in to Moo, who has set a trap, and it has been sprung. CCNC, well, looks pretty dead. The Thunderstrike is there, but the wand keeps him alive. The chase can't continue. The TP in, the life drain out. Nature's Prophet dead as Zai. Sprinting around in this middle lane, they'll also catch out Kyle with 3-3. Trapping in, the Earth Splitter out, and Kyle looks pretty dead. Doesn't even get the turnaround onto CCNC as the Static Storm feels pretty wasted.
Dire's middle tower
Quick kills in quick succession for OpTic.
I'm not sure if Disruptor was level 6 there, didn't want to use ulti on Queen of Pain, which actually backfired, or what happened.
Yeah, looks like he just kicked 6 from like a creep kill or something.
Could be that.
Z-Freak. Oh, Glyph is there. Pycat, are you really going to stick around to try and get this last hit? He's definitely going to try. There is the attempt, the deny from Z-Freak. Nature's Prophet on the money. Pycat going to be a little bit salty about that one.
He should have popped the drums to actually get the last hit once he saw him swinging to get the extra attack speed. It's about those little things, Gary.
Little things all add up.
Nature's Prophet actually wants to go for Orchid because Queen of Pain, I guess the reason is that he saw the item on Queen of Pain, it's Veil, and has quarter staff, so it means that Queen of Pain is not gonna have a defensive item anytime soon, nor Yules, nor BKB. Same goes for Juggernaut. With the build he has, Manta Style is gonna come really late, so they have a good kill potential with the Orchid on Nature's Prophet.
Zai holding back this mid lane. Ethelens and Drums finishing off the Tranquils. Does back away though as compLexity swinging hard with a number of heroes. They get Z-Freak down the bottom lane. T-Tours kicks in. Kyle gets a nice little observer ward down. And Tier 1 will finally fall. OpTic though splitting the map nicely as Queen of Pain, like he's saying, closing in on that Orchid. CCNC a big aggressive force, but they found Zai back in its Radiant jungle with all of this magic damage. Pogna doesn't really stand a chance. There's the stomp into Splitter though. 3-3 turned around on by the sniper. Limp trying to chip away at him. The rest of OpTic not really getting involved. Pycat and PPD both back away. Fully realizing that top lane shoving all the way to Tier 2 seems like a pretty decent trade-off for them.
Yeah, they don't have too much disable against the Queen of Pain. Like, both of the cores don't provide any sniper nor razor, so they have Disruptor ulti and Glimpse just for the Queen of Pain, but then you have a Juggernaut who also needs a lot of lockdown to actually get a kill on him.
Oh, can they catch CCNC up here? He is biding his time in these trees. Don't think he can go on Limp, but he's definitely looking for something. Radiant Obs Ward spots Kyle and Moo, so CCNC knows exactly how tight he can play this. We'll blink away back into a TP, and there is no catching him now. Swapper's out. Z-Freak died again bottom lane, so again, OpTic seem to have his number for now. Catching this Nature's Prophet a couple of times in the last couple of minutes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now starting to play as a unit here. Group up with a 5-man. Combo pretty much ready. 20 seconds for Earth Splitter, but they've got their Sonic Wave. CCNC about 2/3 of the way to the Orchid. Closing in pretty quickly, but Z-Freak again shows himself on this lane, and they'll move in. Zai and CCNC. Dagger forward with the decrep there. Another ward down, and Zai, the drums, the tranquils, all playing a part here as 3 in a row. Z-Freak in this bottom lane has died quickly.
Z-Freak has died way too many times, even with the amazing start that he had. They're just gonna continue. What's happening with the Pogna? They can deal a lot of damage to that tower with the blast and the ether lens.
And now Kyle's in trouble, very far forward, but there's a Static Storm with the promo split onto the Queen of Pain. She is withstanding the majority of this damage with a blink again. CCNC is out of there. Peter Pan down onto Chessie, the Static Link draining the Rubik's damage. Well, that is a 5-roll Rubik that you've caught and killed, and Zai's still going. Decrep up to try and run away. Chessie's pretty quick on his feet as well, though, and with a boulder toss, they will find that blasted Pogna.
I think OpTic is fine with that trade. They got a kill and took the tower to half HP. Meanwhile, you have ET, who's getting a lot of levels on top.
Yeah, very, very good indeed. And again, this gap is only extending. The Quap and the Jug up at the top. The Battle Fury kicking in for this Pycat Juggernaut. And even the Queen of Pain. Do we have the full Orchid done? Just 500 gold away for that recipe to complete it. And now you're looking at complexity without Primal Split, without that Nature's Prophet ulti. The kill potential is still there though, with a glimpse. Potentially. CCNC being baited around a little bit here. They know that Z-Freak has arrived and CCNC's got to be careful with this blink. He jumps over. The vision though expires.
Nope.
Oh, it doesn't. He's still up in the Queen of Pain with a glimpse back. They'll find him. Another blink away
too
though.
Early. That's why they had a vision on him with the last Thunderstrike hit.
He's still fading out. Still though.
PPD, Sprout, not the best spell you can get. Panda should sell his healing salve. He has enough for a Blink Dagger. Alright, he actually has it. This is a really bad timing on Panda's Blink Dagger. Even we saw in the game, what was it, Newbie? The Panda was shut down in the laning stage, but still had good timing on a Blink Dagger. Like, you really don't feel the influence of Panda.
Well, he does blink clap PPD, but doesn't look going forward any better. Chessie chases 3-3, but in the back, it looks like the Queen of Pain's having a good time. Kills off Moo. Chessie facing off against Zai. The drain against the Suck, and it looks like the Suck is winning. CCNC with a double kill as Kyle barely TPs back home. While Limp getting the hell out of it to try and deal with mid lane.
They're winning these fights without Jug even being there. Level 14, I think he should be the highest one besides Queen of Pain. Yeah. Getting close to that Manta style and that Orchid. I was talking about that it should be a good choice, but he died, what, 4 times in a row, which delayed it, and Queen of Pain will have a defensive item, so is Jug, so that's gonna be a really problem for that Orchid. What are you laughing about, Gary?
Zai really wanted that Mud Golem dead. Chased it down to the ends of the earth. Little buddies will spawn, the shards are here, but a couple of pebble tosses there to CCNC, but the tower's already dead. The blink in from Moo, the silence there. Orchid traps Moo now in with the stomp and the Omni Slash coming through. Moo didn't stand a chance in hell. Limp and Z-Freak still trying to chase this one out. Kyle with the glimpse ready. He wants to static storm someone, but who are they going to chase? Pycat has the spin. This is not a play. This is not a play, complexity.
Yeah, they're mistiming their spells, using the items. Seems like chaos is happening on complexity's side. Meanwhile, OpTic playing really well. They didn't manage to take down the tier 2 tower, but took the Panda down. Yeah, this Helm of the Dominator is definitely not paying off.
It has been a slow one for Moo.
It's only making Zai rage and the deep dives coming out from Pugna to actually get the creeps that he dominated.
Yeah. He's killing them though, making sure that they are taken out. CCNC dodges out from potential death. Kyle does get a nice deep ward in though here as complexity make a nice home in this bottom lane. Try and farm away in the Radiant jungle as their jungle is not safe by any means. Darob's wards pretty much swarming around here in the tier 2 top. A natural place for OpTic to go and push with Pugna. So far, Pycat and CCNC very close. Together with the top of the net worth there, 11,000.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sitting pretty as the BKB starts to come out from the Quap, and of course, like you mentioned, the Manta style for the Juggernaut. Zai gets jumped with the Primal Split, and this will be the end of the Pugna, but the Decrep buys a bit of time there, and the Split only gathers you 1 kill.
It's still a good trade for OpTic. Again, tower for a kill. Jug, nothing to stop the TP from a Razor.
But he gets a free long lane to farm all the way towards tier 3 here. And again, nothing Complexity can do to stop it. So Cole, Sniper starting to get up and running. Moving into that Hurricane Pike, it looks like he does have it complete coming in on the Courier. Sniper, scaling wise against the Jugger, the Queen of Pain, the Pugna. How do you feel about this Limp hero?
Sniper is alright. He managed to recover, even though he had a really bad start. Has Dragonlance and Maelstrom. Once he picks up full Pike, it's gonna be hard to kill and also can save up his teammates. Level 15, 40 attack speed, 20 damage. That's a lot of damage dealt, especially when they decide to go for tier 3s.
OpTic though, plans of their own here with the smoke forward. Oh, the sniper, has he been scouted? This one observer did see him move in and then out, but Kyle will be the sacrifice as the Stomp tries to catch the Strangler, but Sniper is fine.
It's Roche time. They have level 4 healing ward, no disruptor ulti. They know they can't really fight the Panda's ulti also on cooldown.
DD, Queen of Pain, like the list is so long and numerous here for OpTic.
Yeah, look at this Valentine's Day. Little hearts popping out of Roche.
Lovely. As you slay him, the beast in his lair, taken out of the game, the hearts are popping, Roshan dies, top lane Zai in onto Moo, stopping his Blink Dagger from coming through, but there's the silence from Z-Freak. Life Drain cancelled out, and Moo can blink up to the north now. Nothing to stop that TP out, but...
Oh, he had a Yule Scepter, but no vision.
And now compLexity. Could potentially try and take the tier 2 down in bottom lane if they get a TP in from Z-Freak, but I think they may have other concerns. As OpTic grouping up as 5 towards top. Okay, never mind. TP down from 3-3 will secure defense of the tier 2. Try and not give away too much to this Cole side. As again, they don't have that kind of frontline hero. It feels like it needs to be Chessie, but the BKB closing in required ASAP.
He has enough gold. One more rune and he's good.
That was just funny to watch on its own.
Yeah, Zai's sacrificial lamp. How many deaths? 6 deaths on Kyle, 7 on Pugna.
Z-Freak 4-4 and 4. And there's the BKB for Razor. Queen of Pain answers immediately with one of her own. Swinging back into the right-click Quap build here with the Assault Cuirass being aimed for. Limp setting up for something here. Juggernaut has walked past them, but Queen of Pain blinking with a silence there, but Moo quicker on the finger with the Blink Dagger. And
Sniper has no TP.
Oh, you're absolutely right, but Chessie does have the static link. Spin TP from Pycat should get him back to safety. Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave, there we go with Limp dying. CCNC BKBs and has a blink again with the Aegis being held in hand. CCNC with these aggressive plays finds a kill, but really they had no right reason or rhyme to be able to steal out from under the noses of compLexity.
Well, maybe someone told Sniper to stay in the trees. What was that old school player from Singapore?
KYXY.
No.
Just XY?
I don't think so.
Ohio?
No, the old school one. He's in free to play. I can't remember the name.
KYXY.
You sure?
No.
Told you to stay in the trees meme?
Yeah, that's. It was old Scythe, right? Well, Aegis popped. As the Aegis respawns CCNC, but he's immediately silenced. And again, with no defensive item on the Queen of Pain, he'll lose his life. CCNC 8 streak ended. As the Queen of Pain's taken down. Middle lane though. Pycat in onto the tier 3. But compLexity, nice little snipe there, nice little pick off. The trouble is they have to come back and defend. Tower down to, well, I was about to say half HP, but immediately after a blast loses another third or so. Pycat forced away by the sniper. Clearing up the nether ward at this point. compLexity coming in, trying to swing in hard. Chessie with the static link onto Zai. This kill would be good, but they want more. Moo blinks in aggressively, looking for Peter Pan down. Rubik trying to give his life away for the cause here, and it looks like he will do so as Pycat clears Chessie up on the back lines. compLexity looked for too much.
He was way too deep, chasing for too long. By the way, it was HY.
HY.
Yeah.
Not KYXY. Too many Ys. Moo. Onto 3-3. ET falls. Z-Freak very close to death himself.
Sniper actually deals a lot of right-click damage right now. Almost 200 damage plus procs from Headshot and Maelstrom procs. There's a double damage on the bottom. So they should pressure the tier 2 tower on mid lane. A lot of treants summoned.
This game getting much closer than it was 3-4 minutes ago. Still looking at this Juggernaut as an undefeatable powerhouse. 7-0-3 on Pycat right now, and aiming for that Shadow Blade. But compLexity starting to utilize the heroes pretty nicely. Like giving away the life of the Razor now instead of the sniper dying really does give Limp a much better time in these team fights. And Razor going for the full tanky build. BKB SNY is going to be on the cards here for Chessie. But you've also got Z-Freak scaling, right? This Nature's Prophet now 10k net worth, even with the sniper, in fact, just behind Limp, barely. But ahead of the Pugna, ahead of the Brewmaster, and that is definitely ahead of the Elder Titan, his counterpart. In fact, double the net worth of the ET.
Well, that's the problem with the Nature's Prophet. That's why Sniper is underfarmed, because he takes a lot of farm from your carries. With ultimate, with being able to TP anywhere, so he steals, we're gonna call it steal a lot of farm from your own team.
Chessie maybe caught in no man's land here. Link knows the blink is down, but has to pop a BKB of his own, only due to that life drain. Zai popped a little bit there by that assassinate, but Peter taken out of the game immediately. Zai right-clicked, cleared up as Limp gets a double kill, and compLexity looking good now. Kills off a core and a support. OpTic sticking around, thinking about the re-initiation. We'll back away now with that smoke about to dissipate on the Juggernaut. compLexity picking and choosing their fights very well, and OpTic starting to fall back a little bit. Z-Freak will get found top lane though, Shadowblade up, and no reveal on the two core heroes, of course, classic, so unable to kill off
That's
the
actually
Nature's Prophet.
classic. Like, you don't, I'm playing a core, I don't want to buy a dust.
Of course not.
Radiant structures are
Mid lane tier 2, Limp will sign his name to that one.
Radiant's
Now,
middle tower
swing
has
back
fallen.
in, defend the shrine, and look for the tier 2 bottom lane, which they've been pushing for quite some time. It really does feel like a very balanced game at this point. And it went from OpTic being pretty far ahead, looking smooth sailing for them, but compLexity all of a sudden snap their fingers and tell OpTic that they're the ones in the driving seat, and they're the ones who should be listened to and respected. Kyle sitting just behind his core heroes here. Moo jumps straight on in onto Zai, lift up with the Yules. Pikecat aiming for the Omni Slash, gets out of the Static Storm. Chessie chasing forward. The Link won't be able to do too much, but they have forced Zai to buy back as CCNC, BKB. No mana for the Sonic Wave though. Life stealing away. Chessie now right-clicked and focused, but the Primal Split in the back end. Pikecat clearing through the Brewlings as he looks for the Fire one up at the front line. Zai chasing Chessie, unable to claim that kill, but the Earth Panda found by Pikecat. Can Moo get away from this? He has a blink and a couple of one charges to play with, but his direction of blink is very important here. In fact, will not even be able to get it off. One clap will be the last thing he will ever do. Moo and Disruptor for Kyle. Found by OpTic, but they still get the tier 2 to compLexity down at bottom lane.
Yeah, long respawn time on Roche, so they should just try it and go for a mid tower. Does Panda have a buyback? No, he actually used everything to buy a BKB. That's a big problem for compLexity. If they lose a fight against Pugna and Jug, which can heal up the whole team, with the blast, these structures are going down pretty quickly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, already tier 3 tower down with the blasts. That's definitely both of the racks is gone. And
Dire's structures
Well, that's a glyph.
yeah, and Nature's Prophet can't really put enough pressure on the bottom lane.
Pikecat still has a spin. Gonna have
Pikecat
to use
has
it.
no TP.
Manta style. Omni Slash in. Static Storm not going to connect too much here. Juggernaut spins now to get away from danger. The Sniper plinking away at him, but the jump in. CCNC finds Chessie. Sonic Wave
Dire's middle barracks.
still being held.
Radiant's
Could go in onto Limp here potentially as they do move forward, but they're scared of these buybacks. Kyle and Limp both dropping low on the old HP, but Zai with the rest of the OpTic crew back down towards bottom lane because the split push has been happening. Z-Freak found by 3-3, caught
bottom barracks are
in the act, red-handed. He got a tier 3 and a bit of split push going, but he will die there. With buyback available though.
There was no TP on Pikecat there. If he just went back, just spinned and used the TP, they could have cleared those treants pretty easily with the cleave from Battle Fury and defend the tier 3 towers. It's still a good trade. I mean, they traded Raxes for tier 3. Roche will respawn in 9 seconds.
Full butterfly's done for Pikecat though, hey? And an Assault Cuirass for the Queen of Pain is, yeah, fully done. So 2 big tier items. I guess Queen of Pain saving for buyback for now, but is 800 gold away from buyback and the Assault Cuirass. As Pikecat clears up the Wild Wing, both teams know that Roshan is live. The little pink hearts will start dropping from the big man's back. compLexity, smoke up immediately. Limp, Moo, Kyle swarming towards this location, but Roshan is already dead before they can make their first move. Aegis and Cheese onto Pikecat and CCNC.
Again, they have no TPs on their cores. They have no reveals. They should just use a chicken, bring the TPs, bring some dust for that Nature's Prophet.
They need to keep this bottom wave shoved out, it feels like. Yeah, they're pinging out bottom tier 3. It's on half HP. Make sure that there's no nasty business coming into their base. Mid lane already across the river. Top lane with a tier 2 still standing, so no natural ways for Z-Freak to enter the Radiant side and try and take away any racks. Enemy courier. Which enemy courier? Oh, the Radiant courier. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't specify.
None of these people are our enemies.
Is under attack.
They're all allies in our hearts. Quick shrine there for CCNC. He does have that full assault cuirass. Skips over the buyback for now.
Has a cheese.
Absolutely.
Cheese ready. What? He needs 200 gold for a buyback.
Has fallen.
Well, tier 3. Takes a little bit of chip damage there. Shrine getting taken down by these treants. Enemy courier has 100% HP. Thank you, Vila. I believe that is...
yeah, that's
Vila, right?
Yeah.
Getting you back there. I'm surprised there's no spectator chat going on here. Like, shut up, Lacoste. Stop alt-pinging things. Moo will be helped out by Limp to gain themselves a kill onto Zai. Pressing a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, they should know about this ward since they saw him had no vision whatsoever. So they should just devoured it, this one.
Get rid of it.
Dire's top shrine is under
Get rid of it. Up at top. I'll clear out Nature's Prophet's work. Nullifier for Z-Freak, pretty much done. 600 off it. Nullifier Orchid going to be pretty damn good against this Queen of Pain.
Shrine is under attack.
It only has the BKB, no Lincolns or anything like that, and no real saving mechanism. They've got a Glimmer on Rubik, but outside of that, nothing to keep the Quap or the Juggernaut, for that matter, alive through a Nullifier play from that Nature's Prophet.
They have a gem on side of Disruptor, so that's gonna help against Shadowblade and the Glimmer. Long respawn time on Pugna since he bought back in the previous fight. I mean, Jug can cut into back-lines. Queen of Pain, what does she have? Working towards that Nullifier, which is one of the better items, and Queen of Pain as 6th item.
Here we go. Who's pink? Kyle is very far away. Kyle is not here.
Nullifier is ready.
Nullifier is ready on Z-Freak. Quap blinks forward. Z-Freak ready. Oh, this could be close. There we go. Nullifier in. CCNC. What are we looking at? Trapped in the trees, but got off the BKB. I couldn't quite see because of the trees in the way. Couldn't click on her either under the razor, unfortunately. But now it's time for OpTic to run forward. The glimpse is there, but the telekinesis is faster. Kyle's been caught and critted down. Pycat sweeps through.
The gem.
There's the gem on the floor. Damn right, Lacoste, Z-Freak, and Chessie both TPing away. And I think that might just be the end of the fight. One pick off. That's it.
Sick reactions from Queen of Pain. Nullifier has a projectile, it's not instant, so he had enough time to actually pop a BKB, but the reaction time was really nice. Still has cheese, that's right.
I mean, CCNC didn't know about the Nullifier either, right? That was just, they're going on me quickly, just BKB, do whatever I can. So a little fortunate there that Nullifier projectile didn't come through, but here comes the blast play. Pycat, Silver Edge, Shadowblade, whatever it is, forward. Muted now, he's in trouble, but the Aegis is still there. Will be able to back up, but loses his life as Moo BKB, Primal Split still at the ready. This Aegis from Pycat allows him to back up. OpTic, with that Pugna still ready to go, blasting away at this tier 3 tower. Does in fact not land that one quite, but Chessie holds the ramp back behind this observer ward, pinged out in fact now. They know it is there and they will deward at long last. So compLexity walking into darkness, they don't know what OpTic are up to, whereas OpTic full vision. Kyle will look to deward that. He knows there's an obs ward up there, but sentry on sentry action means and it will be OpTic to come back and likely
he wants to snipe the courier, but look at that what is it, Bulldog?
Yeah. What is it actually called? Butch. It's Peter Pandam's Butch Courier. Absolutely fitting. CCNC. Oh, that's a nice little rune, isn't it? Arcane rune on the Queen of Pain. Silver Edge is in fact complete here for Pycat.
Yeah, it's gonna be game-changing once you get level 25 on Queen of Pain. Like, both of the talents are good. For this game, I mean, overall, Scream of Pain, 1.5 seconds fear is the best you can get, because it provides you so much. You can use it offensively, you can use it defensively to save teammates, but since he does not have Lincolns, maybe if he wants to go against the Nullifier.
Yeah, seems optimal, to be honest.
That's a BKB on Pugna as well, so they have two BKBs. Queen of Pain is down to 6 seconds, 10 seconds on Pugna.
It feels like they're waiting for this next round of Roshan to come around.
Dire's top shrine is
They
under
do prep
attack.
themselves in the area.
Dire's
CCNC
top
clears
shrine
out the
is
shrine at long last, up in that top spot. 3-3. No vision here, really. Observer Ward's back in the stash for PPD, but the entire map is just dark. Both teams using these gems pretty damn nicely, just clearing them out. Oh, you were right, there is one Dire Observer Ward on the map. Kyle, of course, out to prove me wrong, gets it down. But it still feels like OpTic in the better position right now. One lane of Rax mid, of course, already taken. Bot lane tier 3 down, Rax exposed. And they've got full control of this top to mid lane shove. Converging in, trying to find some kind of action. PPD, Glimmer Cape forward. CCNC will just be there to clear out the wave with the help of the Fade Bolt. But compLexity bunkered back in their base. And the BKB on Sniper being potentially that last item he buys in this match should be one to help swing these fights. And in fact, it looks reasonably good to keep him alive at least. Moo eyeing some kind of jump, but this head-to-head really is becoming an awkward one as neither team wants to commit or engage. And I think it might be, yes, just about to say, I think it might be down to Kyle to be like, guys, we're behind, we need to make something happen here. 10k net worth lead for OpTic Gaming. Let's go and smoke and make a play. Catch them off guard, pants down style. CCNC pops the smoke, Chessie's there, but he's been scouted, I feel. It's 3-3. Oh, walks out of the static storm, the kinetic field won't hold him. Yule's up under the Razor with the decrep there, glips back into battle, throws out the Earthsplitter, or tries to at least, but he will be ripped apart. compLexity smoke in for a kill on only an ET. Does not feel worth, but it buys them time.
Yeah, he has a buyback ready if needed, but there's no way they can take objectives, even though he's dead for 60 seconds. Mid lane, hard to push out because they have mega creeps there.
PPD.
PPD just taunting.
What's Pycat up to now? Lincoln Sphere queued up. 25,000 net worth as things kind of jump together. Doesn't feel as far ahead as he once was, but a Hex onto Chessie to start things off. Pycat, Hurricane piked back by the Sniper, and a jump in from Z-Freak. Sprout not quite there. Pycat will spin away. As PPD kinetic field thrown back into the face of Kyle. And again, another awkward back and forth between the two squads. Cole trying to poke and prod, find that weakness in the armor. They know that ET's dead for another 10 seconds or so, trying to get that 5v4 fight. But again, it's OpTic who are disengaging very, very patiently.
Yeah, they're just waiting for a Roche fight. Overall, OpTic has a better fight potential near the Roche. They have a healing ward, ward from Pugna. Jug, really easy to fight there with also Earthsplitter. And the mid lane is almost always pushed out because they have mega creeps. Queen of Pain needs 300 gold for a buyback, has a gem, full Hex on her. I don't think they want to make a move unless Queen of Pain has a buyback. But alright, they're already smoked. It's all in.
They're moving. But I think compLexity might have an inkling of what's coming. Trying to get some wards down as they go OpTic. But yeah, here's the high ground hold from Cole. They find a position. Like the reverse of the standard. Usually it's Dire team up here and Radiant team up here, but compLexity still on this ramp. CCNC 3-3 move forward. There's a stomp. Z-Freak caught with the Razor as well. Queen of Pain hexing up one, and it looks like Kyle, Z-Freak both dead with Chessie dropping low. The Omni Slash clears up. Moo, too late to the party. He's popped his BKB, but he needs to split. He needs to do something. Peter Pandam throws out the shrapnels, and Limp will pay with his life. A Sonic Wave to end the fight with buybacks galore from compLexity coming out. The Razor and the Prophet try to get back in, but Pycat still too strong. Juggernaut runs in, slices down the Brewmaster. Brewmaster, Earth Split, and the Hex again onto Chessie, likely to signal the end of this game with 4 dead, a 6-man, 7-man wipe, whatever it may have been, but Brewmaster is the last man standing.
No buybacks whatsoever on any of the cores on side of compLexity. Are they actually backing off?
They need creeps to enter the base. They realize the back door is a little too much for them to handle. Pycat will now move forward, and the tier 4s unlocked by the wonderful waves arriving up the ramp. OpTic, game 3 in this best of 3, taking down compLexity as they tap out. The best Swedes come out on top. That's what they were calling for at the start of the game, so Limp and Chessie bow down to Zai and Pycat.
Yeah, Pycat really...
This time round.
Yeah, this time. Pycat really stepped up in game 2 and 3 on Gyro, especially. I think he died like once in both games. Overall, a better draft from OG, as you like to call them, OpTic Gaming.
Once. Just once.
All right. I think this game could have been different if Nature's Prophet didn't die that much. He was getting so close and had a lot of farm. If he had that Orchid early on, they could have kept the pressure. The problem was that the Sniper was also playing from behind, and no Blink Dagger build on Panda, especially when your mid is so far from any good items. And then you decide to go for Helm of the Dominator, and can't really put the pressure on them with the Blink Dagger. Yeah,
that's the thing, right? They kind of sack mid lane and give Z-Freak and Cole a better time. Z-Freak and Moo a better time. But I honestly, I agree with you. That kind of swing point where Z-Freak died 3 times in a row in that bottom lane trying to push out to Pycat and PPD. That, you know, you're expending so much time and effort. The laning stage goes towards your Brew and your Prophet, and then all of a sudden, this deficit you have in your Sniper is much more apparent and noticeable once Z-Freak dies a couple of times and his momentum shifted away from the map. compLexity unfortunately dropped down and out as OpTic, the winner of this series. And that is it for us tonight. The A stream, I believe, is still going on with Mineski up against Virtus Pro heading into game 2 right now. The draft has begun, so over to the main stream, you boys and girls head. From myself and Lacoste, though, I think it's good night. We're done.
It's good night from us, but we're gonna watch the games until the end. Seems like Virtus Pro is 1-0, right?
Yes, VP are 1 game up against Mineski. Should be a good series going on over there. So for now, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Midday start again, CET, 12 exactly. We'll kick things off there. For now, goodbye.
Bye-bye.